Lisa Pelistri of Manchester United, who then went down to the ground trying to recover the ball a second time, and he took one to the stomach and he comes back up onto his feet. It's a positive start from the Uruguayans. He was up against Marquinhos, who effectively flattened him to the floor. To Brazil there, perhaps uncharacteristically on the back foot, but they now look to play out from the midfield. It was Rafinha was looking to get things going, and in the absence of Vinicius Jr., he's the one that many in the Brazilian press are expecting to step up to the occasion. Step up was the word used by Dorival Jr., the manager, following the game against Colombia, the 1-1 draw. After the yellow card from Vinicius, we saw him ruled out of this game. He said the rest of the squad needed to step up. Well, so far it's been Uruguay who had all the possession. They have it again here. Nunes right hand side towards the edge of the penalty area, steps infield, loses outvote to Arana. Ball will trickle out of play for a Brazil goal kick. The Gomez watching it head out of play. 3.5 minutes gone. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. As I mentioned, this the fourth and final quarter-final from the Copa America. It is the first time you've tuned in over the course of these quarter-finals, because this is the heavyweight clash, and this is what's happened so far. Argentina toiled towards a win over penalty kicks, a 1-1 draw against Ecuador, after actually equalising in the 92nd minute of that game. Argentina winning on penalties 4-2. Lionel Messi actually missing a spot kick in that one. Then last night, Venezuela and Canada also finished 1-1, and are going through on penalties as well. And then earlier on the scene, Colombia beating Panama by 5-0. And it is Colombia who are the winner of this quarter-final. Will face on Wednesday evening. Argentina against Canada will take place on Tuesday night, going into the early hours of Wednesday morning in the United Kingdom and Europe. Can listen to that game as we're here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service as the Copa America begins to really heat up towards its latter stages. Uruguay will throw in here on the left hand side, 5 yards from the edge of the opposition half. They'll drift out of play, and they'll throw closer towards Brazil's half, although Rafinha is opinion that the throw should have gone in the other direction. By Vinya, and now into the path of Ronald Araujo. The striking blue hair cannot be missed. This will ball out from right to left, looking to work his way in towards the path of Fernando Pelistri, but the ball will trickle out of play, and it's going to be thrown into Brazil on this right hand side, which is going to be taken by Danilo, the Brazilian skipper this afternoon. Federico Valverde has been taking the captain's armband in the place of Luis Suarez over the course of this competition for the Uruguayans. As soon as that was launched forward, it was out of play by Uruguayan head, and so we're going to have a second throw in here. Pushed on intently right next to Marcelo Bielsa's touchline. Let's take again, but the referee just having a chat with the players, a little bit of a pushing in the show. The referee Diego Herrera of Argentina, who is a strict disciplinarian, refereed the Saudi Cup final where he dished out 11 yellow cards and 2 red cards in that particular final, so he won't be perturbed about making big calls on a big occasion, that's for sure. As Araujo has possession for Uruguay, will go back towards Roche, who's had his first touch of the ball of the evening, out towards the left-hand side, towards the halfway, towards possession of Maximiliano Araujo, who looked to drive forward out on that left-hand side, loses out to Danilo. He's looking to turn, had 2 blue shirts in front of him. He's out of space, but he will win inside a throw. He's going to take on this right-hand side, a Brazil side to have drawn 2 out of their 3 games so far in the group stages. They began with a 0-0 draw against Costa Rica on match day 1 before a 4-1 victory against Paraguay on match day 2. Was covered up with a second draw of the group stages, a 1-1 stalemate against Colombia. It's the first time Brazil failed to win a group of the Copa America since 2016 when they were eliminated in the group stage. That was a tournament that also took place in the United States. So this is not a happy hunting ground for Brazil in recent times, although they did win the World Cup in America back in 1994, and of course the United States, one of 3 host nations for the World Cup in 2026. But Uruguay look as if they're slowly but surely a couple of years out from that particular tournament, working their way into form that would suggest that they could be contenders to go deep into the tournament. The ball went out towards the far right hand side, was looking to work it in towards Felipe Pelistri, but it's gone back towards the edge of the penalty area, but still do manage to clear their lines with Marquinhos. Uruguay have a throw on the right hand side, 5 yards inside Brazil's territory. Goes back inside their own half, back towards the halfway, in towards Ugarte, along the line in towards the path of Mateus Oliveira. He's got Vinha out to his left hand side, fired around about 25 yards out from goal as a straight pass in the end by Mateus Oliveira. The ball will trickle out of play for a Brazilian throw. 8.5 on the clock. Goal is here in Las Vegas. It's Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Brazil looking to really begin to play, to apply the tricks and flicks, and Bruno Guimaraes brought down to the ground by Darwin Núñez, who had been given a stern word and a stern stare by referee Diego Herrera. Free kick which was taken by Guimaraes, was taken too quickly in the eyes of the referee. We'll go again. It's played around in a triangle out towards the right hand side, 10 yards inside the Uruguayan half. Now moved out to the left, and Marquinhos 5 yards from the edge of opposition territory, but the ball is bundled back into the path for Alisson. It was put under pressure by Darwin Núñez, forcing to a bit of a cul-de-sac here. Brazil pinned in towards their own corner flag on this far side, and Uruguay managed to recover the ball towards the far right hand flank, in towards the position of Núñez, who holds it up well. He's got Guimaraes for company, looking to thread it along the right hand channel, but the early pass out of play, and Fernandez was unable to get onto it on the underlap. 10 minutes gone, stalemate up to press, and it shouldn't be expected of Brazil. Decide that when you think about them, you think about free-flowing football, goals here, there and everywhere. Well, they've actually failed to score in 3 of their last 6 competitive matches. They're currently 6th in their World Cup qualifying group, and they're 8 points off of Argentina, who lead the CONMEBOL World Cup standings. The top 6 get automatic progression through to the World Cup finals in the United States. The team that finishes 7 in that 10-team group will have to play an intercontinental playoff at the latter end of 2025, going into the beginning of 2026, and Brazil to even be considered in that particular position is seen as a huge failure back home. There's huge pressure on their team. There always is when you put on the famous Rosario yellow. If things ain't going well, that shirt can weigh heavy. Uruguay have the ball here towards the edge of the area. Nicolas de la Cruz working his way in towards the penalty area, look to chip the ball over the top, flicked away, but it'll come back out towards the halfway, towards one of the Rujo, goes out towards Matai Hernandez. Long direct ball in towards the penalty area, looking to find Darwin Núñez towards the byline. The ball will trickle out for a goal kick. The president of CONMEBOL, Hey Dominguez, in attendance this evening, as he was for last night's quarter-final between Venezuela and Canada over in Texas. Present at 3 of the 4 quarter-finals at this year's Copa América. 16-team tournament, as big a tournament as it has been in the competition's history. A blend of North and South American sides, and the success of it may lead to more competitions like it. That's some of the new things that are coming out of the United States, as Militao was hacked to the ground by Nicolas de la Cruz out on this near touchline. Brazil for a free kick on the right side as they move forward, just towards the edge of their own penalty area. So the reasons are this format has been one that's worked. They've tried and tested a number of different formats for the Copa América, inviting sides from different continents over a number of years, something that UEFA haven't been too keen on, but something FIFA have more than allowed. This event in the United States being seen as a warm-up event ahead of the World Cup. The World Club Cup will take place here in 2025 as well. A big tournament in a couple of years' time. Brazil in possession loosely, around about 30 yards out from goal. They're going to win a free kick after Gomez was brought down to the ground. In fact, Bruno Guimaraes was brought down to the ground, covered the ball about 30 yards out, drove forward about 5 yards, but was then bundled down to the deck. It was De La Cruz who just came in from behind and clipped him, brought him down. And there's a real good position for Brazil. This free kick just off centre, about 25 yards out from goal. Perfect position to dip up and down. Rodrigo and Rafinha both over this from a Brazilian perspective. 15 minutes gone, Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. A perfect opportunity over the set piece to put themselves in front. Somewhat against them on a play in this first half, and it's all eyes on Rafinha and Rodrigo. So Rafinha to strike it on his left foot, bent it, and takes a action off her head in the Uruguayan wall, and will head out for a Brazilian corner. Got the right kind of bend and dip, but it came off a Uruguayan head, and Brazil with the first corner of the game out on the right hand side. It's going to be Rafinha to take. 14 minutes gone, Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Rafinha to take, he's going to swing it in on his left foot from the right hand side, in towards the back post, punched away by Roche, who comes out and makes himself big in the Uruguayan goal. Come out towards the halfway and from one keeper to the other. Alisson bundles it forward quickly out towards the left hand side, flicked away but covered by Arana for Brazil. And towards the halfway again. Goalless in the first quarter of an hour here at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Really a game that's been blessed with chances so far, both sides really cancelling each other out for large swathes of this opening quarter of an hour. Brazil just look like they're beginning to play, but they could get caught out here. Uruguay with possession on the halfway. Emiliano Araujo is out from the left hand side to the middle, went down as he made the pass through, but will go out to the far right hand side and in towards the possession of the Didier Hernandez. Now towards the captain Valverde. This is Oliveira, just across towards Araujo. In the middle of the Brazil half, in the centre, goes back in towards the path of his central defensive colleague Oliveira. He's got Matthias Vinha out to his left, exactly who he finds. 25 yards from goal, looking to get the better of Danilo. Loses out now, Brazil looking to counter. This is Endrick driving through the middle, around about 15 yards inside the Uruguayan half. Is chopped to ground, but fairly in the eyes of the referee. It's recovered by the captain Valverde. And now Uruguay find themselves on the counter-attack. In towards the possession of Pelistri, edge of the area, right hand side, was to thread it through towards the near post where Darwin Núñez was making a on-lurking run. It's not done a play by a Brazilian body, and it's going to be a Uruguayan corner on the right hand side. Big opportunity this for Uruguay from the corner. A bit of a pushing and a shoving and a little bit of a contentious moment before the corner kick comes in. We're expecting one or two flashpoints in this quarter-final. Actually, just out of our picture, just as the replay being shown, we've come back to pictures of Endrick being brought down. Now, quite sure what did happen there. We're looking at the pictures from our world feed, and it was cut into a replay. Now, Endrick was just lurking on a conversation. Was then elbowed in the back by Ronald Araujo, just linked to his chest, and then Rafinha pushed Ronald Araujo to the ground, and the pair of them are having a conversation with the referee, a very stern conversation with the referee. No cards as of yet, but I don't think they're going to be given any more wiggle room. And so eventually we'll get this Uruguay corner kick taken. He swung in by De La Cruz. On the right hand side. He's going to look it in on his right foot. And then it goes towards the near post, flicked away, comes back out, back into the mix, flicked up by Nunes, and just wide of goal. That could have gone anywhere. Nunes with the initial flick on, I think it came off a Brazilian body, it did, it came off of Eder Militao, and at that point it could have bundled anywhere, but luckily for Brazil it bundled just around a yard or two wide of Alisson's right hand post. So Uruguay have another corner, this time on the left hand side. It's going to be swung in by De La Cruz on his right foot. 18 minutes gone, Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Swung in towards the back stick, flicked off, free header. Behind a goal, it was a free header for in the end for Matías Oliveira, who was unable to get anything to the effort. Couldn't quite keep it down, it contacted with the top of the head. He could have kept it down, Uruguay might have been ahead. 18.5 gone, 0-0 still at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. All flipped on towards the halfway. Nunes was looking to get there, was unable to do so. And out it goes towards the left hand side. Uruguay driving their way forward now. He's out in towards the possession of Matías Viña, but his ball into the box was sloughed out by Danilo, and Brazil are going to have to deal with some more Uruguay pressure. They're going to have to deal with another corner on this left hand side, and there's another opportunity for Nicolas De La Cruz to whip another one into the penalty area. Defensive bodies come forwards. Uruguay fans hope. Hendrick again having a conversation with the referee. De La Cruz's corner, left hand side, wait for it towards the penalty spot, flicked away. It's going to come back out though in towards the half of Federico Valverde, who watches it go for a throw. Here's Matías Oliveira on the halfway for Uruguay in the centre, plays it out towards the left hand side, flicked on by Maximiliano Araujo into the area. Darwin Nunes looking to glance a header down, cleared away by Brazil towards the halfway, out towards the left hand side it will go, and the ball will trickle out. Brazil can just alleviate the pressure with a throw on the right hand side, 10 yards from the edge of the Uruguayan half. 20 minutes gone here in Las Vegas. It's Uruguay 0, Brazil 0 on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Don't forget as well, we're going to have both the semi-finals from the European Championship live for you. Tuesday night we'll watch Spain up against France from 8 o'clock, and then on Wednesday night England against the Netherlands, both games kicking off at 8 o'clock, and both games available live for you here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. We'll also have both semi-finals, of course, from Copa America 2024, where Argentina will take on Canada in semi-final 1, and the winner of this game will take on Colombia in the semi-finals after their 5-0 victory against Panama earlier on this afternoon. Was a long searching ball forward by Uruguay, which will go straight into the arms of Alisson between the sticks for Brazil. There's a Mexican wave becomes apparent in Las Vegas, which traditionally, in terms of a sporting sense, Las Vegas has been a city well known for its prime-time boxing shows, but it's branched out to other sporting arenas, and now it's the Samba flair of Brazil, and Hendrick, who drives forward on this left-hand side, goes to ground amidst the challenge from Ty Hernandez. It's going to be a free kick to Brazil on the left-hand side, around about 30 yards out from goal. Hendrick, who's been the subject of one or two flashpoints in this first half, a player very much been targeted by the Uruguayan defence. Why wouldn't he? On the completion of this tournament will be officially a Real Madrid player. Didn't quite get the fanfare welcome that Kylian Mbappe's due at the Bernabeu in a couple of weeks' time. Prospect nonetheless, a free kick for Brazil nonetheless. Rafinha and Rodrigo both over it. 22 gone. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Uruguay hold a high line towards The edge of the D, the free kick to be taken around about 35 yards out from goal. Swung in by Rafinha towards the back stick, flicked on by Hendrick, but it's going to be cleared away by Hernandez for Uruguay. Towards the halfway as they look to counter. De La Cruz was stopped in his tracks, but down fairly in the eyes of the referee, and Brazil will go again. Being captured by Uruguay, and the transition has been so good. Nunes goes back in towards the possession of De La Cruz, goes out towards Pelistri, cross goes in, cleared away for finding Nunes at the near post, and then Pelistri down Guilherme Arana, and it's going to be a free kick to Brazil just to alleviate the pressure somewhat. Midway through this first half, still goalless. Just a reminder as well of the two finals that we'll have for you. It'll be Euro 2024 first on Sunday week, 8 o'clock. Spain or France against England or the Netherlands, and then following that we'll have the final of Copa America for you at 1 AM. Final which will be played at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. You can join us for that. We'll have a full bumper show for you for that particular occasion. The show here is Uruguay and Brazil, which is currently goalless at the midway point of this first half. Ball go back in towards the path of Alisson between the sticks. Brazil reverting to the play out from the back style, which is harbored some critics back home. Brazilian football which is at this present moment in time in a difficult place. Structurally there's been some difficulties behind the scenes, and the team itself haven't quite played to its pouring potential. In terms of the change of the structure, they spent most of this tournament playing with three wingers in midfield as opposed to an out-and-out number 9, and then behind the scenes it's been chaotic. They've been threatened with World Cup expulsion due to political interference in the FA. Carlo Ancelotti, the situation where they thought that he'd be the next manager. The fact that he then signed a contract extension at Real Madrid was seen by many behind the scenes and by many in the Brazilian public as a real embarrassment. Right here with a free kick on the right hand side, around about 30 yards out from goal. It's going to be taken by Nicolas De La Cruz. 25 minutes gone, Uruguay 0, Brazil 0 here on the Flash Score live audio commentary service. De La Cruz to take it, looks and assesses for his options. Swung in towards the penalty spot, in towards the back stick, towards Nunes, who went to ground just as the ball went in towards his path. The flag goes up for offside nonetheless. Another danger averted by Brazil. It was Hernandez who just strayed past the offside trap. Uruguay, 15-time champions of this competition, level with Argentina for most Copa America wins, and if you speak to many experts regarding this tournament, they say from this point onwards it could be Uruguay and Argentina who could be on a collision course for number 16 as Bruno Guimaraes gives away a foul on the halfway, bringing down De La Cruz. It's suspected that Uruguay and Argentina are the two to beat. In terms of fouls committed in this game, Uruguay with 7 compared to the first one there at Brazil. The first foul then being given away by Bruno Guimaraes, who's actually been brought down for a couple of fouls in this first half. Uruguay just trying to disrupt the Brazilian rhythm as much as possible. Physicality is one of their big strengths. Taken by Oliveira on the halfway, switched out towards Ronald Araujo, forward by Hernandez along the right hand side, back again and now forward out towards the right hand side, towards the corner flag where Pelistri was making chase against Arana. Now play will go for a goal kick. 27 minutes gone. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Flash score rivalry and commentary service. Well, as far as Uruguay's progression through the group stages were concerned, it was fairly simple enough progress. A 3-1 victory against Panama on match day 1, was followed by a 5-0 win against Bolivia on match day 2. Then had to work harder for it against the United States, eliminating them for the tournament. But Hendricks through here. Mistake from the Uruguayan defence to play it out towards Rodrigo. It was cheaply given away. It was a sloppy moment at the back from Uruguay, a completely unforced error, and Hendrick got on the end of it but couldn't quite cut it back quick enough towards Rodrigo for him to slam it home and find a Brazilian opener. But they're on the front foot here, back into the area, cleared away by Uruguay. Nunes turns, is away towards the half. He's got Pellistri out to his right, exactly who he finds. Pellistri does well to keep the ball in play on the right hand side in the middle of the Brazil half. Now driving towards the penalty area. Nunes is in there, gets the cross in, but cannot make anything of that. The ball will go out for a goal kick. It was a cheap giveaway of possession. It was Araujo who gave it away. And then allowed Hendrick the opportunity on goal. He's in a bit of an acute angle, so decided to pull it back to Rodrigo, who's in more central space, but we could really want another level enough. So Brazil losing possession again. They've been quite sloppy in terms of possession in this game, and there's looks like he's in a bit of discomfort for that ball. Trailing around on the far touchline, and the referee just come to have a look and check on his condition. Slapping his hand to the floor, he looks in some severe discomfort here. Hernandez, who's been a real one spark on this right hand side, just connected, cleanly connected with Ibanez. He tried to clear the ball away. They collide knee to knee, an uncomfortable view. Some fans here in the Allegiant Stadium with binoculars on, wearing binoculars, shall I say. Well, there is a better view of the pitch here than there is at one or two of the stadiums. A lot of the grounds are being used for this Copa America tournament. Also, primarily their usage is as a NFL arena. As we pass the half-hour mark here in Las Vegas, it's Uruguay 0, Brazil 0 here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Teams cancelling each other out. Neither side have been behind so far in this tournament. Brazil looking to find their way in front. Cross went in on the left-hand side by Now there's a concern for Ronald Araujo for Uruguay. Now he's the latest to go down, and Marcelo Bielsa back up off his bucket. Well, for fans of Leeds United in the Premier League, they'll know from Marcelo Bielsa's time managing them that his teams play full throttle on the front foot from the very first kick, and there's no time to relax. And maybe sometimes we've seen it, we saw it with Leeds this time in the Premier League under Bielsa, that can also lead to one or two niggling knocks. For Ronald Araujo, he's down and he is receiving treatment here via stoppage in play, which just gives us an opportunity to tell you about our coverage of the semi-finals of the Copa America. We'll get underway Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Argentina against Canada is actually away for a substitution here. His night's going to come to an end. Ronald Araujo. The first semi-final for you Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning. That's Argentina up against Canada, and that's going to be followed by Colombia against the winner of this game, the second semi-final. And Uruguay are going to make the change. He's going to see Ronald Araujo's night end much earlier than perhaps he would have expected. It looks like it's Jose Maria Jimenez of Atletico Madrid that's going to come on here. I think his 87th appearance for his country. Indeed it will be. Just pacing himself up and down this near hand touchline, getting himself ready to go. He's going to replace Araujo in the 33rd minute of this Copa America quarter-final. He will also assume the duties that come with the captain's armband coming on. That's been given to him by Federico Valverde, club-wise his cross-city rival. He goals in 86 appearances for his country. The 29-year-old centre-back was Ronald Araujo, sort of in tears, the Barcelona man. Very much a cosmopolitan flair about both of these sides. A lot of familiar faces from the Premier League, a number of players who ply their trade in the league, who are then back home domestically as well. Again picking up on another loose Brazilian ball, but it's recaptured by the boys, but it's illegally won back by Jean Gomez of Wolves, who's had a quiet first half up to press so far. Now Uruguay looking to fashion another chance, and the ball's going to come into Darwin Núñez. It was a great ball in from the right hand side, a glance header by Darwin Núñez, but he can only glance it over the bar. It was a well-worked ball through. It was Pelistri with the cross in towards Núñez, who made the run from the penalty spot in towards the 6-yard box. Garcetti tried to glance it in towards the top left-hand corner, but could only wind it over the bar. And Núñez, who internationally has had a good record, but Brazil move their way forward here. This is Rodrigo inside the area. Chance for Brazil, straight to the keeper. And a chance out to nothing. And that's kind of the only way that Brazil have been able to fashion something in this first half. Do get a corner, 10 minutes out from the break. It's going to be Rafinha to take. Swinging in left-footed from the right-hand side. Towards the near post, cleared away by Uruguay. Trickle out for a Brazilian throw. Well, it's been a game where both midfields have been effective, but the final results in the final third haven't been there. And Uruguay, who have dominated in terms of possession, in terms of ball, with Brazil have fancied chances now. And Hendrick goes down towards the edge of the D. It's going to be a free kick to Brazil. Promising position. It was the substitute Jimenez who brought him down. Chance this for Brazil. In terms of the stats in this game, possession-wise, Brazil just shedding it, but it's felt like Uruguay have had more of the ball and more of the ball in decent areas. And dangerous attacks, 19 compared to 4 for Brazil. But this, a real dangerous opportunity. About 25 yards out, just off centre from the right hand side. Feels similar to a free kick that Rafinha took a few moments ago. Again, Sergio Rocher lines up his Uruguay ball. 27th minute. Brazil looking to strike first. And Rodrigo over this. Rafinha hasn't been taken over the course of this tournament, but we do know Rodrigo has an eye for goal. Both eyeing this up. He blows his whistle. It's going to be Rodrigo to take, Rodrigo to strike, and straight into the Uruguayan wall. Brazil have it back on the halfway, and they'll head all the way back to Alisson between the sticks, who will launch it forward beyond the halfway, out towards the right-hand side. But it's going to be tipped clear by Vinya, and it's going to be a throw into Brazil towards the edge of the penalty area. To take the throw in for Brazil. Short in towards the penalty area, turning goal, but Uruguay do manage to clear their lines. Darwin Núñez in a foot race. Alisson's going to come out and clear the ball away. Not really being able to regather possession, but it's went back by Emiliano Araujo towards Darwin Núñez. De La Cruz's ball down. It's a free kick to Brazil, to Uruguay. It's the first booking of the night going to Quinhos. That particular challenge, in fact, it was Lucas Paqueta who got the yellow card. Really the first flashpoint of this quarter-final. When you looked at this game on paper, and you looked at the two teams, and particularly with Marcelo Bielsa in charge of Uruguay, you would expect a game on the front foot. They try to play that way, but it's been suppressed at times. It was interesting hearing Marcelo Bielsa talk in his pre-match press conference yesterday about enjoyment of football, that flair players are less and less. At the time, the enjoyment of football will be less and less about those types of players because they're being conditioned to play in a way that's not conducive to that type of player. Major European clubs. De La Cruz over this free kick on the left-hand side, and it's a waste of a set piece. Good to play it out to the left-hand flank, but it's going to go straight out of play for a Brazilian goal kick as we approach the final 5 minutes of the first half here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Saturday night prime time here in Vegas. And so far, the show hasn't quite lived up to its billing. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0 here on the Flash Score live audio commentary service. So they'll work their way forward again. It was Rafinha again. It's one back by Uruguay, chipped over the top, directed to the path of Núñez, but gathered comfortably by Alisson between the sticks. Just in the last 5 minutes, Brazil have just seemingly found more signs of encouragement. They have the ball again on the right hand side with Danilo. Gets it down on the ground, and Rival Junior is crazy in the Brazilian technical area. The three players surround the referee. Watching the European Championships, you know that the rules there, but the captain can close to the referee's grill. Specifically spoken to, of course. I don't think that kind of pass on in the South American Championships, if the truth be told. Here's Marquinhos of Saint-Germain. Forward it goes towards the edge of the penalty area. It's good clear by Uruguay. Comes back towards Araujo on the halfway. De La Cruz shifts it out towards the right-hand side. Looking to find Pelistri. It's hard cleared by Brazil. They're now going to bring it down with Gomez, who has Pelistri up against him. Swings around him, looks to play it forward on the left-hand channel, but it's going to be gathered by Uruguay back into the path of Sergio Roche between the sticks. Plays it forward towards the possession of Matheus Oliveira. Now out towards the right-hand side, in towards the possession of Jimenez, who came 10 minutes ago for the Uruguay. Direct ball forward, looking to find Núñez. Emiliano Araujo. It's cleared away by Brazil. Bruno Guimaraes looking to do the dirty work in the middle, but he loses possession. And Uruguay move forward through the middle here. Put it out to the right hand side. De La Cruz with the cross in. Low Jordan on his right foot, looking to find Nunez or Araujo in and around the penalty spot. It's De La Cruz again, heading towards possession of Ugarte. 1-5 to another. Bruno Guimaraes finds himself down. The referee plays on, and Brazil have the ball. Towards Rodrigo on the halfway. Given away again. Sloppy in possession in Brazil. The turnovers we've seen in this first half has been quite incredible. This is De La Cruz again. Brought down again. Wrestle for the ball, and free kick goes against De La Cruz. Well, 2 minutes of this first half to go, plus stoppage time. Do we get to find that elusive breakthrough between Uruguay and Brazil? The final few knockings of this first half. We're 43.5 minutes in, still goalless between Uruguay and Brazil. Still waiting for the true spark. This isn't the Brazil that we've all come to know all too well, I think it is fair to say. Uruguay with possession on the half, looking to thread it forward in towards the possession of Darwin Nunez. He captured again. He's out. Brazil winning back out on the halfway. Thread it forward out to the left-hand side. We're looking to work it into the path of Rodrigo. Final minute of this first half. Aranio with a throw for Brazil. On the halfway on the left-hand side. Flicks over the top, back into his path again. Aranio is to the floor, and so we'll get a free kick despite the protestations of Manuel Ugarte. Now has to have a word with the referee. Well, many of the indications were that this could be a stalemate. So far it is, but Brazil looking to change that fact here. Goes down towards the edge of the area. Uruguay come away with the ball, and now De La Cruz looks to turn it over quickly. It goes out towards the left-hand side and in towards the possession of Viña. To the possession of Araujo, left-hand side towards the edge of the box. He's got Danilo running at him. Into the first of 2 minutes added on the end of this first half. Uruguay looking to find that all-important breakthrough. This is Nandez. Out towards the left-hand side and in towards the possession of Matheus Viña. Towards the halfway again. And towards the half of Ugarte, who's had a quiet first half. We're going to find De La Cruz, but Brazil will come away with it once more. Go for it. To the team in yellow on the halfway. Intriguing to see whether there is a case of stick or twist at the break. Well, I have already made a sub in Falls, of course, in the first half. I wonder whether there'll be Brazilian changes at the break. Final minute of time at the end of the first half, and history has possession here for Uruguay. Loses out to João Gomes, who's then hauled to the floor from the tug of the shirt by Pelistri. It's going to be a free kick, which is going to be taken quickly because Uruguay tend to fall away. But then once it is taken, it's chipped over the top, and there's a little bit of a mix-up at the back, and he nearly found himself in there. Very first touch, and Shea was able to recover the situation to clear. Now Uruguay have possession, 10 yards inside the Brazilian half. Out towards the left-hand side it goes. Viña forward, looking to find Araujo. Last touch up, Danilo looks to clear it away. He thought it was a Uruguayan throw, but it's going to go the way of Brazil. And that should pretty much do it for this first half. A little bit of a mix-up at the back, but Shea did well to recover the situation with Viña bearing down on goal. And that will be that for the first half here at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Well, Saturday night prime time under the lights in the Sin City hasn't quite delivered as of yet. Uruguay have had some huff and puff, but Brazil have had the best chances in this first half. But at the break here, at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, in the final Copa America quarter-final, it's Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. twist regarding the two sides. Well, Marcelo Bielsa has decided to twist, whereas Dorival Jr. decided to stick. It's going to be Uruguay to get us underway in the second half. They're going to be attacking the left to right of us in the second period. Darwin Núñez with the first kick off the ball in the second period. So lights out in Vegas for this second half, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more in terms of tempo, in terms of chances, and hopefully in terms of goals as well. Tutoring before the game, saying this could be the game of the tournament. It hasn't quite lived up to its big billing so far. The real first heavyweight clash of these knockout stages, and really the big guns have kind of been separated in different halves of the draw, with the exception of these two. The United States going out of the group. Argentina will take on Canada in the semi-finals, and so Brazil, Argentina kind of been separated in the draw apart from this game. Saying that this game then will be on the collision course with Argentina and Colombia. Will have some to say about that after their final win early on this evening. On the far side, Tony Hernandez on the right hand, flank towards the penalty spot. Darwin Núñez. So we're going to come away with it. Indeed, they will come away with it on this near touch line. Themselves a free kick. Keta going down to the ground with that free kick. In terms of the line-up, Uruguay line-up, Jorge in goal. Hernandez, Jimenez, Oliveira, and Casares. Valverde, Ugarte, De La Cruz in the midfield. Pelistri, Núñez, and Rujo up top. Brazil, Alisson in goal. For Danilo, Militao, Marquinhos, Barania, Moraes, Gomez. Two-player pivot with Rafinha, Paqueta, and Rodrigo behind Hendrick, the sole striker. Uruguay with possession back. This is kind of a story in the first half where Uruguay able to win possession loosely, and Darwin Núñez went down to the ground. Challenged by Marquinhos. Free kick to Uruguay just beyond the halfway. So this second half goal is to score at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Free kick taken quickly. Keeper came out. It's only half cleared. Uruguay will come back with it. It's an ever from distance, struck sweetly on the volley by Valverde. Really straight to between the sticks of Brazil. Came rushing out. And then Valverde decided to have a hit. Sweetly struck through the laces of his right boot, but the Brazilian keeper equal to the effort. It's the Brazilians who work their way forward, but the direct ball will be headed straight back into the arms of Sergio Rocher. The Uruguayan goal. What we have seen that in these quarterfinals, as I mentioned, Argentina beat Ecuador on penalties after a 1-1 draw. Canada beat Venezuela on penalties after a 1-1 draw. And Colombia beating Panama by 5-0 only on this evening. Yet to see the deadlock broken in Vegas. Ball goes out towards the left-hand side into the path of De La Cruz, mopped up by Militao, but then runs out of space, and then there's a bit of a whack. The ball actually stayed, but Uruguay looked to play the ball forward, looking to keep it in play. I don't know if the player stopped for the free kick or the fact the ball went out of play. I'm assuming it's the former. It's Emiliano Rujo basically puts two hands in the face of Eder Militao. He's had a quiet evening in terms of playmaking in the centre of the Brazilian defence, but Uruguay have ran that Brazilian defence ragged at points, unable to really have the first clean-cut, clinical opportunity in front of goal tonight. Brazil have had a couple of decent chances, the best of which by Rafinha, forcing the save out of Sergio Rocher in the Uruguay goal. In terms of goal manufacturing, it's been quite quiet in that particular department so far. We hope that that changes in this second half. Brazil with possession, but caught in the traffic jam. Uruguay come out with possession. Towards the halfway it goes, and in towards the possession of Ugarte, the central holding midfielder. Hernandez forward on the right hand side, but it's going to be picked up by Militao. Playing out to the right hand side, towards the path of Danilo, the captain, to the halfway. And over the back header, back into the path of Danilo. It's gone back, and it's in the possession of Mateus Oliveira for Uruguay. Towards the edge of their own penalty area, they look to play out from the back to Marcelo Bielsa's side. Now at the age of 68, been in charge since May 2023, and perhaps in a unsurprising Marcelo Bielsa move in his first squad. He named 14 uncapped players. changes have ran good. And the ball's in the penalty area here. It was a great ball by Nandez. Low drilled ball in towards the penalty area from the right-hand side. Cleared away before finding Darwin Núñez, who's been a man revitalised for Uruguay. 10 goals in his last 8 appearances. Cruz shifts it out to the left-hand side. It's Arujo again. Towards the possession of Casares. De La Cruz, edge of the area. Ball goes in towards the back stick where it's flicked away and out for corner. Núñez was lurking at the back post. 2 Brazilian bodies checked in and made sure that he wasn't going to get ahead to an effort. So De La Cruz again looking to cause a bit of mischief from the corner. Half minutes of this second half gone. The deadlock in to be broken. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Corner whipped in towards the near post. Cleared away by Brazil, but again almost losing possession, but they do recover. Ugarte illegally impeded anyway, and he's going to become the first Uruguayan player to Diego Pereira's notebook this evening. Just a second of the game. Lucas Paqueta, the other player in the book tonight. We start with a free kick, go all the way back to Allison between the sticks, play out towards the left-hand side and in towards the path of Militao. Madrid man and Liverpool man to get Brazil goal. Towards the halfway it goes, forward through the middle, out towards the left-hand side and in towards the path of Rodrigo, who goes down to the ground towards the edge of the penalty area. It was Nandez who made the challenge. The Brazilian coach insisted that it was a free kick, and he appealed to the 4th official, who, despite any protestations, isn't going to see the call changed. And he does have a point. Rodrigo driving forward and then just blocked off view and then pushed to the ground by Nandez. I can feel they got away with one there. And they move up the other end with De La Cruz. Slipping in Núñez inside the penalty area. Núñez towards the near post, has an effort. Puts off of Militao and out for a corner. Núñez just finding little pockets of space, but still just able to always make sure there's a man, sometimes 2, usually 2, to stop him. And there's going to be a change of take. It's going to be Valverde to take this time. Right hand side. Swinging delivery. I think they're just having a look at something here. VAR. Potential towards the penalty area, whatever it was, it's quickly cleared, and it's going to be a corner to Uruguay. Valverde to take towards the penalty spot, towards De La Cruz, and then the second ball came in towards the path of Maximiliano Arujo, who cannot keep his effort down on his left foot just inside the penalty area. Just having a look at the potential of a handball as it went out of play, but the shoulder, nothing doing of it from a refereeing standpoint. Taken short, now cleared away by Allison, was given straight away, and Uruguay can exert pressure on this Brazilian backline again. It's a heavy touch by De La Cruz, just about wiggles away of it, goes to ground, and free kick goes in the other direction. Bruno Guimaraes was hauling De La Cruz away to get the free kick taken quickly. De La Cruz does his best to ensure that doesn't happen, and he gets a stern word from the referee because of it. Just stuck a leg out, did De La Cruz on João Gomez. Over to go again. Endrick having to force his way back and then ball to the ground, but it was fairly done so by Nandez in the eyes of the referee, who drives down this right hand side, steps infield, goes to ground, and Uruguay free kick. Short in towards the possession of Gonzalez. 10 minutes of the second half gone. The deadlock still to be broken between Uruguay and Brazil on the flash score live audio commentary service. At the moment, the bookmakers can't separate either team, both 11-4, draw 5-6. It's as even can be. Right hand side for Uruguay. It's a heavy first touch by History on this near side, and it'll go out of play for a Brazilian throw. To Militao. Forward it goes out towards the right hand side, and Brazil now look to burst forward in numbers. Cut out though by Uruguay and covered by Ugarte. Uruguay looking to step back in and recover possession. It's Uruguay with it, but Uruguay will get there in the end. It's a free kick. Ugarte, who is on a yellow card, bringing him down, and the referee just gives him a glare. We'll be pushing that tightrope too many times. Goes out in towards the possession of Aranya on the left hand side. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Score from the Copa America here on the flash score live audio commentary service. So I've had the two best chances, but it's been Uruguay who kind of been on top in the game. In the middle of the park, and Brazil winning back on this left hand side. Hendrick moving his way forward towards the edge of the area, goes out towards Rodrigo. Push goes in. Hendrick has an effort from the penalty spot. Comfortably held by the keeper. Cleared away. Launched forward directly out in towards the path of Nunes, who gets the better of Militao. Nunes towards the edge of the area, inside the box. And they put it back. Effort from about the edge of the D by Rujo on his left foot will blaze over the bar. Much to the frustration of Marcelo Bielsa. Brazil move forward again, and they move forward in numbers. Launched out towards the right hand side. Finley looking to bring it down, but it was just too heavy for him, and it'll go out of play for Uruguay throw. 7.5 minutes gone. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Here on the flash score live audio commentary service. Reminder that we will have both semi-finals from Euro 2024 live for you. So for Spain against France on Tuesday night from 8, and then England against the Netherlands on Wednesday. Play will go. Goal kick, but again, the right, just looking to get there, just run out of space. Well, there is a smile at least. Some of the stats of the competition, if you have just joined us for the first time in this Copa America, Lautaro Martinez, the top scorer of the tournament. He currently has the gold boot. 4 goals, has been 62 goals scored in 27 matches, and in fact after that game between Colombia and Panama, you can actually make that 67 goals in 28 matches. It's been a Copa America laden with goals, but haven't quite seen the breakthrough here as De La Cruz is fouled again. Down by João Gomez on the halfway. As we approach the hour mark without the deadlock being broken. So we did draw 0-0 with Costa Rica in the group stages. 4 0-0 draws that we've seen in the competition so far. Chile is responsible for 2 of them. 0-0 draw against Peru and Canada, respectively. Let's hope we get a goal. Took a for those in Europe who have decided to stay up late or going to converge into the early hours to listen to this broadcast. And thank you for doing so. Joining in from Australia, perfect time. De La Cruz finds himself on the misdemeanor. Too many for him, and Guimaraes again is fouled. So we've got their second free kick in quick succession, played out towards the right hand side. Rafinha has got Oliveira for company. We'll play it back in towards the path of Militao. Switched out towards the left hand side. We passed the hour mark to no goals here in Vegas. Yes, it still feels weird me saying the words goalless in Las Vegas. It's every broadcaster's dream to commentate an event from Vegas. I suppose the only shame is we're not physically out in Vegas. We're watching via world feed pictures from a studio location. Well, it will sound nice on the TV, that's for sure. Overthrow on the right hand side, around about 10 yards from the Brazilian half, taken by Hernandez. Ball in goes, but scooped back up by Paqueta. Danilo will play it back towards Alisson. Launching forward first time out to the left. Down by João Gomez, loses out. Uruguay turning the ball over again. As quickly as they had it, as quickly as they've lost it. Brazil throw. Just a reminder that the winner of this game will play Colombia in the semi-finals at the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina on Wednesday night. The first semi-final already set in stone. Argentina against Canada. That's going to be at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey on Tuesday. Remember, the winner of this game will be guaranteed 2 more matches. This is Endrick driving forward for Brazil. Had 2 in front of him and then ran into a cul-de-sac. Away with possession is Jimenez, but then loses out as quickly as he regathered it, and Endrick loses it again. And the other side being able to really keep hold of possession, and Bruno Guimaraes was getting a little bit enthusiastic in terms of winning the ball back. Loser of the semi-finals will have to return to Charlotte, the third place player for the Bank of America Stadium, and then the final place for at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida on Sunday night. Uruguay move forward again. This is De La Cruz, who's been so dangerous for Uruguay on the attack. Effort from distance by Valverde. Decided to pop one for around about 25 yards out. Can only blaze it way over the bar. Decent chance. Struck it well on his right foot. Just couldn't quite keep it down. Real Madrid shirts in the crowd. Valverde winning another Champions League title. Real Madrid second in 3 years. They're going to been a Borussia Dortmund at Wembley at the beginning of June. It's all about international honours from here on in over the course of the summer. And again, just being stuck in midfield, neither side really being able to get the ball down and play. Very old school in the fact that everything's been quite direct, and there's probably not 2 sides you'd associate with that kind of patterns of play. Can't exactly say that this is a game that's going to go down as a Copa América classic. It's still time for it to blossom. So the World Cup final, Argentina against France, being a bit of a non-event for 80 minutes, and then look how that transpired. João Gomez gives away another foul. I think he's 1 foul away here from a yellow card. In fact, the referee thinks that the yellow card should come out here and now for the Wolves man. Now let's have a chat with the referee about that decision. Because initially he was down by Hernandez before then chopping the same player up. Accumulation of fouls sees João Gomez in the book. Uruguay have a free kick in a decent position with just over 25 minutes of this second half to play. Forward it goes out towards the right hand side to yellow shirts way. It'll come back out towards Rodrigo. It'll trickle out for a Uruguay throw on the halfway. Just to take on this right-hand side. Over the top it goes. Cleared away by Brazil, but ball down again by the Uruguayans, who are looking to find themselves in pockets of spaces. And now it's up the other end where Endrick is looking to wiggle free, but after defending by Teres Oliveira will stop him in his sights. So 25 minutes to go here at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. And Marcelo Bielsa is going to twist again. He's going to bring on Rodrigo Bentancur at Tottenham. For his 63rd cap for his country. And it's going to be Nicolas de la Cruz, who's been so good in this game, but it's also on a yellow card, who's going to depart, and Bentancur will come on in the 66th minute. So we enter the final third of this game. But no extra time at this stage. It will be straight to penalties if drawn. Militao. Play it out in towards possession of his central defensive Colin Marquinhos. Here's Rania. Marquinhos to Militao. Now in towards the possession of Danilo. Towards the right-hand side, out towards the possession of Rafinha. Brazil back inside their own half. This is Marquinhos. Brazil looking to play, but they just haven't got an outlet right now. Guimaraes just being penned in towards the halfway. Final third to go, 67 on the clock. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Here in this Copa América quarter-final on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service. Over the top, going to find its way in towards Endrick, flicked away by Casares. Brazil be gathered again, looking to go again through the middle to Paqueta. Towards the edge of the penalty area it goes. Then inside the box, it's pulled back, is Rafinha. Strike around about 25 yards out from goal. It's blocked by Uruguay, now look to move forward again. Ball's going to fall for Araujo here, left-hand side, towards the edge of the box, being shoved by Militao. To the area it goes. This is Nunes to the edge of the D. Back to goal, works it out wide. Uruguay still pushing and probing. Also go in by Nandez towards the back stick, but nothing really off that, and it will play for a Brazil goal kick. Uruguay win at this competition for a record-breaking 16th time. On their last 6 matches, actually on their best run of form since 2018. And if they make it through to the final, they could face Argentina in a battle of who makes it 16. As a matter of fact, they've never met in a Copa América final before. That could be a stat that changes if Vinicius Jr. watches on in the stands. He's suspended tonight, picking up 2 yellow cards in his 3 group matches. It's the last chance to be suspended for a yellow card, incidentally, in this tour. They get wiped out after the semi-final. Uruguay looking to pick up their first Copa América title since 2011, when they beat Paraguay 3-0 in the final in Buenos Aires. They've got work to do, because though they were the better side in the first half, Brazil have grown in confidence as the game has gone along. Find Rania down on the ground. Just towards the touchline on the near side. been stamped on his arm. His right arm is what he's looking at now. This was just off our pictures here. Oh, and just as we went to the ground position, not knowing really where he was, just got a grapple of his hand, nothing really intentional to it. As we approach the final 20 minutes, I'm not saying that the entertainment on the pitch has been dull, but there's a Mexican way. Never float your boat. Well, at least some people are enjoying themselves. Well, Brazil knock it out towards the left-hand side. This is Rodrigo. It's an infield. This is out in possession. It's recovered well out towards the right-hand side. This is in a Militao. Goes and then towards the path of Rodrigo and then threading through towards Hendrick. It's a foul and another yellow card, this time for Hernandez. It's another Brazil free kick in a promising position. Goalless with 20 minutes to go, although really shouldn't be a surprise because each of Uruguay's last two Copa América knockout games have finished 0-0. And if you are a Uruguay fan, is now. Both of those games went to penalty shootouts. Both of those games ended in Uruguay defeat in the Copa America. 4-2 to Colombia last time out in 2021. And a 5-4 penalty shootout defeat to Peru back in 2019. Oh, heading back there once again. 3 of the 4 quarter-finals in this Copa America would have gone to spot kicks. Seen in the European Championship, 2 of the 4 quarterfinals there going to spot kicks. Number one having to be decided by extra time. We'll have the European Championship semi-finals live for you next week. We begin with Spain against France. That's from 8 o'clock Tuesday night, followed by England against the Netherlands. Now, the referee has been instructed here to head over to the monitor just to have a look at the foul again, and this yellow for Hernandez could well be upgraded. It's been sent over to the monitor just to the sideline. I'll tell you what, you have a look at the slow-mo angle, the way that he goes in, he just shuffles Rodrigo's leg. It doesn't look great on camera. It's just whether it looks enough for a red card. Diego Herrera, the Argentinian referee, having a consultation with the VAR, which is based at the stadium. Big moment in this Copa America quarter-final. Hernandez, the Uruguayan right back, who has been a bit of a fall in the Brazilian side down that flank, and the referee, who's back from the booth, given consultation, he puts the TV signal in the air, and it looks like Hernandez's night is going to come to a very premature end. He asked the Uruguayan players to step away, protecting their teammate. Now there's a bit of a scuffle between both sets of players, and funny enough, Hernandez is the furthest player away. And the decision is red card, and Hernandez's night is going to come to an end. Uruguay will have to see out the final quarter of an hour or so with 10. Rodrigo pulled down by him, studs up challenge, and the hit Hernandez's night will come to an end. The Uruguayan players protest the decision given by VAR, that red card. Hernandez unhappy, but he's going to have to depart. In terms of red cards in this tournament, this is the first to be given out. No, it was free, sorry, in the group stages. Ena Valencia, Miguel Araujo, Timothy Weir, Adalberto Caladia, Chris Cubas, Gabriel Souzo. Now can add Hernandez to the list of players that have been sent off. So Uruguay, final quarter of an hour, going to have to do it with 10. And they're going to have to defend a free kick first. Decent distance, around about 25-30 yards out. Hendrick eyes it up, Rodrigo eyes it up, Rafinha eyes it up. It's going to be Rodrigo to take it straight to the wall. He's going to come back out again. It's cleared away by Uruguay towards the halfway. He's brought in towards the penalty area again. There was 2 blue shirts against Lucas Paqueta. Now Uruguay look to move. This is Darwin Núñez, has a couple of players against him in the middle of the Brazil half. To move out wide to the right, but still he had João Gomez covering him off and manages to recover the ball for Brazil. Here's Danilo towards the possession of Bruno Guimaraes in the middle. Surely Brazil can't be involved in another 0-0 draw. 2-minute tournament feels very un-Brazil-like. In towards the box the ball goes. Look at the fine Rafinha. He's headed away and out for a throw into Brazil on this right-hand side. And there is going to be a couple of changes. The first 2 changes for Brazil in this quarter-final is going to see the introductions of Andreas Pereira of Fulham. Well, there's also going to be a couple of changes for Uruguay, so hang on to your hats here, everybody. These next couple of minutes could get a little bit dicey in terms of confirming all the formalities. Listri coming off for. It's also going to see Núñez's line to a sure head. So Listri and Núñez come off. Varela. Come on. These 2 will join the Aristeca. Got work to do, they've got defensive work to do. Go 1-0, Brazil 0. Teams looking to break the deadlock here. Brazil readying a couple of changes shortly. Stuck in traffic in the middle of the park right now. Shifted out towards the right hand side. Luiz is also going to come on for Brazil very shortly. What can they do here? Break the deadlock, the subs may well not be made. Uruguay down to 10. Brazil have got a golden opportunity in the last 10 or so to book a place in the Copa América semi-finals where they would take on Colombia. Ball shifted out towards Danilo, towards the middle of Militao. Gomez. Again, Brazil look to thread it through the middle. It goes out wide to the left-hand side again. This is Lucas Paqueta once more. Back it'll go in towards the halfway. Go to Rafinha again, who's got the Aristeca up against him. And now Bruno Guimaraes holding in the midfield. Down. The referee plays on. Rodrigo just drifted back and then looking to thread out towards the path of Rafinha. The first to track down Maximiliano Araujo. Fire it forward towards the halfway. Brazil win it back. Final 10 minutes. The 10 men of Uruguay have to hold on and take us to a penalty shootout. This is Rafinha. Of course, goes in towards the penalty spot, carried away by Roque. This is Paqueta. This is better for Brazil. Tau in possession, shifted out to Rafinha on the right hand side. Back to Paqueta once more. This is Bruno Guimaraes. Danilo into the box it goes. Flipped away for finding Endrick. Was recovered again. Rafinha lays it into the area towards Rodrigo. Peels for a handball, peels for a corner, and Brazil get neither. It's going to be a triple change. It's going to see the departure of Rafinha. See the departure of just Paqueta and the departure of João Gomez. The final section corner is Savio, 20-odd winger, making his 7th cap for his country, plays for Stade Troyes in France. So to confirm, Gomez, Rafinha, Paqueta off, Luis Pereira and Savio on. There's a concern here for the Uruguayan keeper, Sergio Roche. Punched the ball away to stop the Brazilian chance and made done himself a disservice. Bento and Rafael, sorry, the Uruguayan goalkeepers, Franco Israel and Santiago Mele, on the bench, both with experience between the pair of them, just 5 caps for their country. Roque himself an experience, only his 22nd international appearance tonight, 23rd international appearance tonight, I beg your pardon. Some glummed and concerned looks on the Uruguayan faces, not just laid down to 10, but now their goalkeeper is in severe trouble. I'd say this really is playing into Brazilian hands. He's back up on his feet. It's okay. It's his own player, Jose Maria Jimenez, who collided with him. Back on his feet, set to continue. As we enter the final 7 minutes of normal time, goalless between Uruguay and Brazil. This Copa América quarter-final. Goes cleared away by Danilo, picked up again by Brazil, who look to move on this right hand side, out towards the right it goes and in towards the edge of the penalty area, fronted in towards the box by Savio, the substitute. He's got Garte for company and then has a word with him as the ball went out to play. It's going to be a Uruguay throw. Junior watching on nervously, as I'm sure everybody from a Brazilian persuasion is. So Uruguay will be happy just to take spot kicks now. Well, neither side have fallen behind in this tournament so far. Side has scored right now, but that could change it. Endrick has a striker goal around about 25 yards out on his left foot, side-footed attempt, but okay, able to comfortably get down low and save it. And it is entering that time where teams will be more likely just to have a go, force the issue before the lottery of penalties. Only the final, incidentally, in this tournament will feature extra time before penalty kicks, which I'm sure that will have mixed opinions depending on which side of the coin you're on. We're going to see another Brazilian change shortly, I hear. So into the final 5 5 minutes. With penalties in mind as well. There may not be penalties if Uruguay can find a late winner. I'm going to burst up that left-hand side, but bursting forward with caution because they have a man back, and that man being a central defender they're down by. Foul by Douglas Luiz. It's going to be a double change for Brazil. It's going to see Gabriel Martinelli. Arsenal and Nelson and Porto to come on. First and foremost, the Uruguay free kick to be taken by Arrascaeta. Flicked in towards the penalty area, headed away by Brazil. Uruguay looking to bring it back into the... So once more, going to get a free kick. Ruho brought down. Pereira were full of them, brought him to the deck. Final few moments, final few changes. Rodrigo's going to come off to be replaced by Evanilson. Bruno Guimaraes is going to make way for Gabriel Martinelli. Teams making their 5 changes they've allowed. No more rolling on the dice from here. Uruguay for free kick in a really good position. It's going to be Georgian de Arrascaeta over it again. Iman Valverde. It's going to be Valverde to strike it, and it's going to be Valverde to launch it over the bar. Any chance from here on in could well be the last chance. It will be the final opportunity to find a late winner. It's under 3 minutes to go, and it has come off of a Brazilian body. It's going to be the Uruguay corner, which is going to be taken by Arrascaeta. Man Uruguay looking to find a late goal, which will well send them into the semi-finals. Arrascaeta's corner, pushed in towards the back stick. It falls to no one, but it's going to come back out towards Oliveira. Look to put another one into the box. It's one back by Brazil. Look to turn over quickly. Martinelli looking to go. Loses possession, but wins a free kick. It was Sebastian Casares who gave away the foul. I think the referee was having talking to. Then there was a flash point just off our camera angle. We've just seen Andreas Pereira down on the floor, grabbing his face. Not quite sure what happened there. I'm going to have a look at it now. An off the ball incident. Going to push the ball away from the free kick, and then saying that Jimenez susceptible. Brazil with a big chance then. Late on from the free kick. Towards the area it goes. Martinelli does so well on the left hand side, but he can't push his way in towards the box. He goes towards Danilo, into the area towards Pereira. Heavy first touch, and the head out of play for a goal kick. Final minutes of normal time. Goalless between Uruguay and Brazil. It looks like it's going to be those dreaded penalty kicks again. Nunez watches on, an interested spectator. He would have fancied himself on the spot, but he can only look on, as can the rest of us. Ball's going to obviously move its way forward for Uruguay, and thankfully go into the arms of Alisson between the sticks. And Now, any chance from here with just seconds left of normal time may well be the chance. Touched by Savio, we'll see the ball go out of play for Uruguay throw. Final few seconds of normal time here at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Into time added on, and we're going to enter 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the 90 minutes. Running by Saris on the left-hand side. Brazil winning, but it's a heavy touch by Martinelli, and the ball's going to go into the arms of O'Shea. Punches it forward to beyond the halfway line. Head out of play. It'll be a Brazil throw. They have the man advantage, of course, after Hernandez was sent off in the 73rd minute following a challenge on Rodrigo. And they use that man advantage to the fullest in the final 4 minutes of stoppage time that remain. Danilo driving down this right hand side. Uruguay regather possession. Over halfway it goes towards the path of Araujo, who goes down, and it's kick to Uruguay. I've had the best chance. Taken. I don't know if it's going to initially be taken by Teres Oliveira. It's taken quickly in towards the box, but goes straight to the arms of Alisson. Well, Uruguay fans know the pain the penalties provide, and it looks like they could well be 3 minutes away from heading back to the shootout scenario. Back of another knockout 0-0 draw. It'd be third in succession in this competition for Uruguay. Can Brazil fashion something late on? In towards the possession of Gabriel Martinelli. To the left hand side and in towards the path of Aranya. Marquinhos shoots down to the right hand side and down to the path of Savio. As I said, neither side have looked likely to score in this game. But can somebody fashion that match-winning chance late on? Marquinhos' chip ball over the top into the area and nearly fell around the 6-yard box, but it's cleared away by Uruguay. Now look to move forward themselves. Araujo out on his feet and out onto the ground. Brazil regather possession again. This is Andreas Pereira of Fulham. Shifted out towards Danilo. Is there a late spark for the Samba boys? Savio moves infield to the centre and now drives forward for Brazil. Towards the left hand side and in towards the path of Martinelli. The cross goes in, comes off a Uruguayan player for a Brazil throw. Left hand side towards the edge of the penalty area. Martinelli to take. Pereira short. Next to play it back in towards the position of Aranya on this left hand side. Teasing ball from left to right. It's going to fall towards the edge of the box, in towards the area it goes. They're going to find Evan Nilsson. Tinelli making chase. Ball go out of play. It's going to be a Brazil corner. Final minutes of stoppage time. Next goal wins territory. It was originally a corner. It's now been changed to a goal kick, and Teres Oliveira finds himself down on the ground. Not long left. And now it looks like we are going to be heading to the seemingly inevitable fate of a penalty shootout in the Copa América quarter-finals. Final 30 seconds of normal time. Brazil lofted forward. Brazil win a free kick. And with seconds to go, we are probably now heading towards the penalty shootout. How's the nerves, folks? Uruguay back in the shootout scenario. In terms of the odds, 10 to 11. They cannot split the pair. And the third Copa America quarter-final in 4 will head to a penalty shootout. Neither Brazil or Uruguay could be separated in 90 minutes. And now it's going to be penalty kicks that separate the two sides. Uruguay down to 10 men. They had to see the job through in the last 15 minutes or so after Nahita Hernandez's red card. Neither side in truth would look likely to score. So a stalemate. Third consecutive Uruguayan knockout game at a Copa America, which has gone to penalties. Goalless after 90 minutes. Uruguay 0, Brazil 0. Penalty kicks the between both sets of players. Still work for Diego whoever to do. He must have thought the hard work was over. There has been that kind of game where tempers have flared on a couple of occasions. Now it is down to who can hold their nerve the most. Uruguay will go first. It's going to be Federico Valverde first over the ball. First over a penalty kick. First to test his wits up against Alisson. Referee having a chat with both goalkeepers, Alisson and Sergio Roche. One will become a hero for their country tonight. It's Federico Valverde who's hoping to be the man that gets Uruguay off to a perfect start in this shootout. It was inevitable we're going to head here, wasn't it? Uruguay have lost their last two shootouts in Copa América football, and they make third time the charm. Valverde first over a penalty kick, and the first to score in the shootout. Emphatic penalty in towards the bottom left-hand corner, struck well for the side of his right foot. First blood Uruguay. Good penalty. Alisson guessed the right way, but he couldn't quite get there. First to take for Brazil, Real Madrid's Eder Militao. Smiles as he heads towards the penalty spot. The weight of a nation on his shoulders. They'll be watching in Copacabana. They'll be watching in Sao Paulo. They'll be watching on, probably behind the sofa, probably with their head in their hands. There's a Militao with the first penalty for Brazil in the shootout. And it's saved by Roche. It's advantage Uruguay in the shootout. Eder Militao misses his spot kick. And the pendulum swings in Uruguay's favour. He went over to his right hand side. Roche diving to parry it away. It's advantage Uruguay after the first round of spot kicks. Next up, Rodrigo Bentancur at Tottenham Hotspur. Uruguay's second penalty. Is converted home in towards the bottom right hand corner. 2-0 Uruguay. Now the pressure really is on Brazil. Alisson this time sent the wrong way. Uruguay going about their business in the right way. If Brazil miss this, it will be match point to Uruguay. It's going to be Andreas Pereira of Fulham to take their second spot kick. Okay, makes himself big again. Big moment for Pereira. He steps up and puts it in towards the bottom left-hand corner. 2-1 after 2. The Brazil fans behind the goal up. Big penalty kick. This is that. This would have been match point. So an advantage Uruguay. Some just cannot watch. And it's going to be Georgian de Arrascaeta to take the third kick for Uruguay. Watch on nervously. And thunders it home into the roof of the net. A great penalty that on Georgian de Arrascaeta. 3-1 Uruguay. Brazil now desperately need to score. Miss this, Uruguay will have the chance to win the shootout in the next. Vinicius watches on nervously. He looked away as it went in. The responsibility now falls on the shoulders of Douglas Luiz of Juventus. Stares at Rocher in the Uruguayan goal. Can he hold his nerve? Brazil up against it in this shootout. Douglas Luiz hits the post! And Uruguay now on the cusp of the semi-finals. Brazil have missed 2 out of their first 3. Douglas Luiz has hit the post. And now Marcelo Bielsa's side have an opportunity to win this shootout. Score this one and they're into the semi-finals. And they can reverse all the penalty pain of recent tournaments. And it is going to be Jose Maria Jimenez who has the chance to send his country into the semi-finals and to keep the hope of number 16 alive. Roque can't look. Jimenez steps up. Saved by Alisson. Match point missed by Uruguay. Gets down low to his left, parries it away. Uruguay had a chance, they saw the semi-finals in their sights. But they might still get it done here. Gabriel Martinelli over the ball. If he misses, Uruguay are through. If he scores, it could be game on in this shootout. It all comes down to this kick of the football. Gabriel Martinelli coming in Sergio Rocher. Tucks it home beautifully. And Brazil is still in the shootout. And now they have to hope of another Uruguayan miss. But they're still in it. And that's all they'll worry about. The best they can hope for now is sudden death. Stepping up now with the responsibility of a nation on his shoulders is Manuel Ugarte. He faces Alisson from 12 yards out. This for the semi-finals, this for a date against Colombia, this to right their penalty pain, to right wrong the penalty pain, and Uruguay are Copa America semi-finalists again. 2 wins away from the magical number 16, and Brazil are out. It will end there for the team of Alisson, of Hendrick, of Vinicius Jr. and it's Marcelo Bielsa's side that will head through to the semi-finals to take on Colombia on Wednesday night. He's working miracles again. Here's Marcelo Bielsa. He has turned the fortunes of this team around. And now they are 2 wins away from another major tournament win. They had to do it the hard way. They always do it the hard way. It was 0-0 after 90 minutes. But it's Uruguay who head through to the semi-finals on penalties. Beating Brazil by 4 penalty kicks to 2. And it will be they who face Colombia on Wednesday night in New Jersey.